Hey Steelers Nation! We're back with an exclusive video packed with the latest updates on our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any exclusive updates or exciting Steelers news. Last season, we saw the Philadelphia Eagles make a move that completely transformed their ground game. They brought in a running back who didn't just fit their system, he elevated it to a whole new level. Suddenly, their offense became a juggernaut on the ground, steamrolling defenses and powering their way straight to the Super Bowl. Now, in this new season, it looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers are trying to follow that same blueprint. But here's the twist, they're doing it their way. Instead of going out and spending big in free agency, the Steelers turned to the draft, looking for a game changer who could reshape their running game from within. They placed their bet on a powerful runner out of the University of Iowa, a young talent they believe can bring the same spark that Philadelphia found. And let me tell you, Steelers fans have every reason to be excited. This kid isn't just another player filling a roster spot. His physicality, his vision, the way he approaches the game, it all points to someone who could be a pivotal piece in this offensive puzzle. When you look at what the Steelers were trying to build last year, you'll notice they had a very clear identity in mind. They wanted to be a tough, run-first football team, a squad that could impose its will in the trenches and dominate the line of scrimmage. The philosophy was there, the effort was there, but unfortunately the results didn't match. In the 2024 season, Pittsburgh's commitment to the run was obvious. They ranked 6th in rushing attempts per game and 4th when it came to the percentage of plays that were designed runs. You can't say they didn't try. They wanted to establish the run, control the tempo, and wear down opposing defenses. But despite all that effort, the production simply didn't follow. They finished 25th in the league in yards per carry. They were 24th in EPA per rush, which actually came out negative. In terms of success rate, they landed all the way down at 28th. These numbers are clear indicators that something was fundamentally wrong with their ground game. It's fair to say they had one of the bottom 5 or bottom 10 rushing attacks in the entire NFL last year. So what went wrong? In my view, there were two major problems. First, the offensive line failed to deliver. Run blocking, creating lanes, executing with cohesion, this unit struggled to function as a reliable force up front. Second, one of their primary running backs just wasn't the right fit for what they wanted to do schematically. He's a powerful north-south runner, the kind of guy who can plow through defenders in close quarters. But the Steelers were running a wide zone system, which demands a different skill set. In that scheme, you need a back with elite vision, someone who can identify cutback lanes on the fly, change direction smoothly, and explode through openings with decisive bursts. That just wasn't his game. And no matter how much heart he showed, the mismatch was evident week after week. What's interesting is that because of their similar builds, some folks have been quick to compare the new Iowa rookie to that same power back. But if you dig into the tape, if you really study the way these two guys play, you'll see they're actually very different. The new rookie brings a set of tools that are tailor-made for the Steelers' outside zone concepts. His footwork, his patience behind the line, his ability to read blocks and make one decisive cut before accelerating. All of these traits make him a much better fit for Pittsburgh's offensive vision. Now, let's talk about what makes this player so intriguing. Physically, he's built like a tank. A solid, powerful frame that can absorb contact and keep driving forward. But what really jumps off the screen is his speed once he hits the open field. He clocked an official 40-yard dash time of 4.57 seconds. At first glance, that number might not blow you away, but raw 40 times don't tell the whole story. When you watch his in-game bursts, when you see how he builds up speed after clearing the first wave of defenders, it becomes clear he's got plenty of juice. In fact, tracking data from last season showed that he hit over 22 miles per hour on multiple occasions. That's elite top-end speed, especially for a player weighing over 220 pounds. To put it in perspective, there are very few backs in the NFL, regardless of size, who can hit that kind of velocity in game. Once he gets into the second and third levels of a defense, he becomes a runaway freight train. Defenders simply bounce off him or struggle to get him down without help. One aspect of his game that will surely endear him to Steelers coaches is his ball security. Last season, he had 0 recorded fumbles. In an era where turnovers can swing games in an instant, Having a running back you can trust to protect the football is invaluable. However, he's not a perfect prospect. His initial acceleration isn't elite. He's not going to hit the hole at lightning speed like some of the smaller, shiftier backs in the league. He's a build-up runner, someone who needs a couple of steps to gather momentum. This means he's highly dependent on the blocking scheme, giving him space to work with. But once he identifies a seam and plants his foot, he's off to the races. In terms of versatility, he's not a major threat in the passing game. He can catch the occasional dump off or screen, but that's not where his value lies. Thankfully, the Steelers have other backs who can fill that role. What they were truly missing last year was a runner who could consistently create chunk plays on the ground, stretch the field horizontally, and punish defenses as the game wore on. This rookie has the profile to be that guy. Now, some might question whether the Steelers' offensive line can provide the support he needs to thrive. And honestly, those concerns are valid. The line has been a work in progress, with young players still developing and key positions lacking stability. But there are reasons for cautious optimism. The left tackle prospect, for instance, showed flashes of brilliance when he was on the field, even though he hasn't had a full season to establish himself. The team's plan has always been to let him use the offseason to grow and come into his own in his second year. If he takes that expected leap, and if the unit gels together, the potential for this offensive line to become a strength is very real. The Steelers have invested heavily in building a physical identity. With the right pieces in place, they could finally see their vision come to life. If the line holds up and creates the necessary lanes, this new running back could be in line for one of the most impressive rookie seasons we've seen in Pittsburgh in a long time. His fit within the offensive scheme, combined with his physical tools, makes this a match that could yield immediate results. But what really excites me is his ability to close out games. There's a particular trait he shares with some of the league's elite running backs. He gets stronger as the game goes on. In the fourth quarter, when defenders are tired, when tackling becomes a chore, that's when he shines. Last year, his yards per carry in the final period often exceeded 5 yards, sometimes pushing towards 6. For a team like the Steelers who struggle to maintain drives and ice games late, this is a crucial addition. Think about the successful teams around the league. When it's crunch time, when you need to drain the clock and secure a win, having a bruising back who can keep the chains moving is a massive advantage. Defenses know the run is coming, they stack the box, and yet the great ones still find a way to push forward. That's the kind of role this rookie could fill for Pittsburgh. He's already shown he can be that closer, that finisher, during his college days. Now, the challenge is to translate that to the NFL level. The Steelers seem to be modeling their approach after franchises that have found success with his formula. Give the ball to a dependable runner in the fourth quarter. Let him wear down defenses and secure the victory. This strategy not only fits with the team's philosophy, but also aligns perfectly with the skill set of their new addition. His experience running behind heavy formations with multiple tight ends mirrors what the Steelers want to implement. His college team frequently employed 12 and 13 personnel packages, and he thrived in those situations. With all that said, the anticipation for his rookie campaign is palpable. Steelers fans are eager to see how he performs, and there's legitimate excitement within the organization. Now, I'm not saying he's going to come in and be the offensive rookie of the year. That's a tall order, especially with so many talented players entering the league. But I put his chances somewhere between 5 and 10%. Not impossible, but certainly an uphill battle. What I do believe is that his impact will be felt in critical moments, and his style of play could be exactly what the Steelers need to take that next step as an offense this year. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been in the midst of a season full of uncertainty, both on and off the field. While the team's performance has been closely scrutinized, there's been a growing concern from insiders about the team dynamics, specifically regarding star receiver George Pickens. According to emerging rumors, Pickens was reportedly furious and voiced his frustrations after a trade involving a key player rocked the locker room. Pickens, who had quickly established himself as one of the most promising young receivers in the NFL, is known for his fiery passion and competitive spirit. However, sources close to the team suggest that his emotions reached a boiling point after a recent trade shook the foundation of the Steelers roster. The specifics of the trade remain murky, but it's believed to have involved a player Pickens had developed a strong rapport with during their time together in Pittsburgh. Insiders claim that Pickens didn't hold back when it came to expressing his dissatisfaction. The wide receiver, often known for his on-field intensity, allegedly took his frustrations out in the locker room, with sources reporting heated exchanges and loud outbursts directed at management. It's clear that this situation has sparked tension in the Steelers camp, with Pickens feeling personally impacted by the changes within the team. While Pickens' emotions are understandable, as roster changes can often feel like a betrayal. To players who build close bonds with teammates, the timing of this situation raises questions about his future with the Steelers. His public dissatisfaction comes at a crucial moment in the season, with the Steelers needing every ounce of focus and unity to contend for a playoff spot. The locker room dynamic is an essential factor in team chemistry, and his rumored outbursts could have lingering effects on the Steelers' ability to stay cohesive as they push through the latter half of the season. Some analysts have suggested that Pickens' outburst could signal deeper issues within the organization, questioning whether the trade was the right decision for both the team's long-term success and the morale of key players. Although there's no official statement from the Steelers regarding the incident, the rumors surrounding Pickens' reaction highlight the challenges of managing both team performance and player emotions in the high-pressure world of the NFL. It's important to note that this remains a rumor, and without confirmation from official sources, it's difficult to fully assess the situation. However, the possibility that Pickens, one of the Steelers' most dynamic offensive weapons, is unhappy with the direction the team is heading and could have significant ramifications for the Steelers' locker room culture and ultimately their performance on the field. As the story develops, Steelers fans will undoubtedly be watching closely. With the trade deadline approaching, the future of both George Pickens and the Steelers as a whole could be hanging in the balance. For now, all eyes are on Pittsburgh, waiting for more information to shed light on the full extent of the fallout from this rumored locker room explosion. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.